Advanced English Arabic Learning Session 109. LED stands for Light Emitting Diode. Student run over by school bus in tragic accident. Forex scalping can be risky due to market volatility. If I ever heard anybody doing that, I'd scalp them. Scalpers were selling tickets for seats on the train at even higher prices. Traders should consider scalping major currency pairs such as the EUR/USD. A scalpel gleamed in the doctor's long freckled hand. They want to attract and retain high-caliber candidates. He couldn't face another year of penury. He has always lived like a maggot in bacon. That geek has killed a puma with his bare hands. He's inflating a cow, for sure. Don't have a cow, man. Don't have a cow. I said I'd take care of the problem and I will. They had kittens when they saw the mess we made. Now, let's talk turkey. I haven't talked to her in a month of Sundays. A governor who refuses to play to the gallery. Politicians these days are more interested in playing to the gallery than exercising real influence on world events. Who is going to bell the cat? Our Victorian furniture were white elephants. Then came donations of bric-a-brac. The room was cluttered with his bric-a-brac. Finish your studying and the rest is gravy. He died in harness in London. We checked him out 6 ways to Sunday before offering him that loan. We researched the case 6 ways to Sunday. They had to eat humble pie when the rumors they were spreading were proved false. Garlic makes a man wink, drink, and stink. Someone has to bell the cat and tell the commissioner that his own started the violence. Someone has to tell the teacher that her own son started the fire, but who will bell the cat? Man proposes, God disposes. All the arrangements were made on the QT. This information is private, so keep it on the QT. Police yourself. Was she still jailbait when you met her? Without a crystal ball, it's impossible to say where we'll be next year. I can't gaze into my crystal ball and tell you what will happen. Nobody has a crystal ball or can predict these types of things. It was no use keeping aircraft in mothballs without fully trained crews to fly them. It would cost the company a lot of money just to mothball the mine. Plans to invest in 4 superstores have been mothballed. He keep his car in mothballs during the winter. The plan has been put in mothballs. Mothballs are classified as a pesticide and used to control moths. She was no babe in the woods and knew exactly what she was doing. The police gave him the 3rd degree. I've been waiting for 2 hours and am fit to be tied. My wife is a good dancer, but I've got 2 left feet. She is quick to get hot under the collar. Once the problem is ironed out, she forgets it entirely. Where plumbing is concerned, he is all thumbs. She was obviously lying through her teeth. The quarterback couldn't cut the mustard in the playoffs. He said he would much rather see the money spent on cash-strapped counsel services. No one likes to lose money, especially not cash-strapped, starving students. I can't give you any more firewood, I'm strapped for it myself. Stay strapped or get clapped. The builder went belly up after having lost his case to the government. The new restaurant in town went belly up just after a month of its inauguration. The team went belly up in the playoffs. The business went belly up during the long recession. You weren't home, so I put 2 and 2 together and went back to your office to find you. He's been a bit down in the mouth since he failed in the exam. During the Depression, huge fortunes went down the drain. I guess I'm just down in the dumps. My whole life is going down the drain waiting for this investment to make money. The one who pays the piper calls the tune. He who pays the piper calls the tune. You young girls can call the tune nowadays. Bandits carried off his mule. His disease carried him off in September. She failed to carry off the gold medal. He could not have carried it off without help. He encouraged young people to build up a range of skills so they are not caught short when employment ends suddenly. You can't afford to be caught short when you're thousands of miles away. He had no insurance and was caught short when his house was burgled. Those caught short in the store will have to pay £1 to use the toilets. Tell your husband not to be a cheapskate. The cheapskate didn't even pay for the cab. Don't be such a cheapskate, it's your turn to buy lunch. Compared to the money he won, mine is chicken feed. The cost of buying a new house isn't chicken feed. The project cost almost $1 million, which isn't exactly chicken feed. We get chicken feed. I dare say he's right. This is, I dare say, one of the most beautiful places in the world. You are tired, I dare say. I dare say things will improve. It is easy to deal with someone who is down to earth. To be characterized as down to earth by others is basically a compliment. The book is a friendly, down-to-earth introduction to physics. A down-to-earth view of marriage. She needs to marry a down-to-earth person who will organize her life. They eke out a miserable existence in cardboard shacks. She eked out her income with odd jobs. They eked out a living from the farm. His family worked in the cotton fields to eke out a meager living. Daddy was fit to be tied when I separated from Hugh. I was fit to be tied when she didn't come home until 2 a.m. He was fit to be tied. I put 2 and 2 together and realized I was to draw a prize out of some sort from the jar. A police officer arrived and put 2 and 2 together and put me in custody. Wow, you look so well put together in that new suit. I'll keep my ear to the ground and let you know what's happening. Her latest book is readable enough, but it can't hold a candle to her earlier work. The old computer just doesn't hold a candle to the latest models. The company has a leg up on the competition thanks to the recent publicity. He lost the fight and went home with his tail between his legs. Senior managers had to keep a stiff upper lip and remain optimistic. Most childhood stomach aches, though bothersome, aren't serious. The trend is your friend. A financial hustler who orchestrated the theft. They will eat their words when I win. A fat chance he has of coming in first. Fat chance I'm going out tonight. She gave me her phone number, but fat chance I'll call her. There's still a slim chance that we can win. Beating him would be a feather in my cap. The promotion was a feather in his cap. My friend had the gift of the gab and gradually defused the situation. Quartz watches are more accurate than those driven by clockwork. The clockwork precision of the galaxy. The event ran like clockwork. These hens lay like clockwork. In the off-season you will find the hotel filled with golfers. The spa is a great refuge for golf widows. The cricket club played soccer in the off-season. You'll just have to grin and bear it. I don't agree with their decision, but all I can do is grin and bear it. They cannot stand the sight of each other, but they will just have to grin and bear it. The film industry has been going great guns recently. Rumors of a takeover are in the wind. There is probably a change in the wind. He recovered from his surgery, and is now in the pink. Such proposals should be subjected to specific criticism rather than rejected in toto. There was, in toto, an increase in legal regulation and public surveillance. Their snobbishness gets in my hair. She was constantly in my hair. Dad was working on taxes, and the children were getting in his hair. He decided to go just in the nick of time. The ambulance arrived in the nick of time. The rescue came in the nick of time. Jazz up an all-white kitchen with red tiles. The company wants to jazz up its image. She tried to jazz the room up with a new rug. A trip to the seaside would be just what the doctor ordered for the whole family. The banks make you beg for a loan and they make you jump through hoops to get it. We had to jump through hoops to get my dad admitted. I was about to say, before you jumped down my throat. He jumped down my throat when I suggested a different plan. Joking apart, I really appreciate this sort of help. I ran like mad. She's been saving like mad because she wants to buy a car. The reports are published as a matter of course. A grindingly unsubtle joke. Amelia's unsubtle lust for him darted out of her like static electricity. The novel has a compelling though unsubtle eloquence. I believe that Russia is trying to apply pressure in this unsubtle way. The grinding roar of the lorries. The end. Coming next. Session 110.